I got something to say real quick.
Yes.
That one where your face changed to the monkey.
Yes.
Remember that face mask you got me?
Yes.
That reminded me of it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I've been laughing ever since I saw that. That's
I know.
awesome.
I used to have well, I still do have a face mask like that from
Yeah.
back in the COVID days.
Yep.
And whenever I saw that AI thing, I thought, I'm going to do that. It fits.
Yo, my God. I'm driving up 376, 422, whatever, with a buddy of mine in his van. And we're passing these cars, and I had to add up looking at the people like, woo. Oh, man, that's funny. Just saying that brings back some good memories.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay. Hey, everyone. Good to see everyone in here. And for those who aren't familiar, this is Bill Rigby.
Hi, all.
He runs. Well, I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself, Bill.
Hi, I'm just Bill. I don't run nothing. No. I run the Agents of the Unexplained. I did put on the Penn, Ohio Paranormal Conference for 3 years. And I took a break this year because I have not had time to work on it. Hopefully, we'll have it back in 2027. But I've done a lot of researching with Mary. We had a lot of good times out there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. We really have. And Cambridge Springs, it was a good trip, but a headache. And I won't go no farther on that one.
I agree. Yes.
But yeah, and now I am the host of the Western PA Cryptid and Supernatural Expo up in Johnstown, PA, even though I live in Sharon. They at the Masonic Temple up there, and we're reformatting it. We're doing it a little different and making it better. So we're doing that. And that was like one of the last things Fred did this fall, near one of the last things. And it was so great to have him sitting right next to me. You know, that man, I'm going to get emotional. He was one of the gruffest.
Yes.
And that's the easiest way to put it, gruffest persons out there, because he was very outspoken.
Yes.
And he's very truthful about how he felt about everything. And one hell of an investigator. And I'm very, very happy to have been. And he was my mentor and confidant in a lot of things. So,
yeah.
And Mary, you were just as close to him.
Oh, I was. Yeah, he was a good man. Plain and simple, he was a very good man, and he taught me quite a bit. Also,
Yep.
He kept me on the straight and narrow whenever I would make a little bit too much of or whenever I would claim something as fact whenever I didn't know if it was fact. And he would just pin me down and say, you got it.
I will say this much. He will pin you down on it.
Oh, yeah.
He has me a couple times, and I'm not going to lie. And during presentations, during the presentation, and the one was about my sighting. And someone asked, what do you think it was? And I said, flesh and blood. Fred raised his hand. I went, I said something wrong here. He goes, do you know? stop right there, Fred. I presume it was flesh and blood.
Yeah.
Do I know it? No, I didn't draw any blood to see. But I apologize. I said it wrong.
Yes. Yeah, I had learned from working with another organization, along with, separately from Fred, so it was between the two, between this other organization and Fred, that taught me to say possibly,
Yep.
that it's possibly flesh and blood, possibly whatever, whatever claim that I was making, because there's very, very little that we know as actual fact. And even then, you have to say it's possibly or
Yep.
probably, but that's the most that you can say.
Exactly. And he was very, very firm on that one.
Oh, he was.
The thing is, you do not say something's a fact unless you had it. Because number one, he was a cop,
Yes.
chief of police,
Mm-hmm.
prison guard.
Yep.
He had coffee with Ted Bundy every morning there in the prison. And he was proud to talk about it.
Yep.
And he says, people come up to me and say, why are you having coffee with him? Weren't you? He says, why should I have been worried? Where in the hell is he going? Melvin, I agree with you. My sighting, and Mary wasn't right there with us, but she was there, was 15 feet from me.
Yeah.
Right inside the wood line.
Yep.
And she saw how I was reacting afterwards. And the first thing she said as she was watching me, I was saying stuff, Debbie and Mike, and she kept her eye on me. She goes,
yeah,
Bill, you really saw that one.
Yeah, I know. I knew you saw it.
The way I was, my reactions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew for a fact. I did not doubt you one single bit, that you saw, a Bigfoot.
So, folks, if you have not seen one, be careful what you wish for. Because I kept telling Mary, we got to see one. We got to see one.
Yeah.
Not at 15 feet away.
Yeah, but I kept telling Bill, I said, be careful what you wish for. And he kept bugging me. And I said, well, let's go out to Salt Fork.
You said that about 4 times. And when I called you and told you that Jack Warren invited me on out there, and I believe I'm going, I'll go too. Because she's been dying to go too. And then Debbie said she was going. And that's when I met Mike Bennett that day. We got there. And he took me and Debbie riding around looking around the park. And I'm like, wow, this is one beautiful park. And it really is. Salt Fork State Park is a beautiful park.
It is.
What totally blew my mind about that whole park was not just about all the woods and all how nice they're keeping it. They had a damn 18-hole golf course in the middle of it. What the heck? But something sweet about that. Mary, what did we find coming out of the golf course?
Yes, that's right. We found footprints. We found the trackway coming up out of the woods, across the road, and up into the golf course.
Yep.
I
think it went to go play the back 9. I don't know. But yeah, we had a lot of activity and experience there. But needless to say, that was my sighting was the very first time there. And I didn't believe I was going to see anything. Everyone goes to Salt Fork looking for a Bigfoot. And that's, I had a sighting that evening.
Go ahead and go into, for the people who haven't heard this yet, go ahead and tell them about your sighting.
Well, after we traveled around the whole area of the park with Mike, we come back. It's just starting to get dark. And Mike says, let's go down the Buckeye Trail. We'll go in about 90 paces, stop, look around, listen, see what we can hear or see. So that's what we did. We went in about 90 paces. We stopped, are looking around. A little nut or stone came up from the left side of us. And I didn't think much of it. I'm thinking someone from camp just messed with us. Nothing else really happened. So we moved up another 90 paces. Stop, look around, listen. And this little nut or stone bounced right near Debbie. Kind of freaked her out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, are they traveling down below here in the woods just messing with us? So we go up another 90 paces, nothing. But there comes another stone or little nut. I couldn't tell because it bounced off the trail and I didn't see exactly where it bounces to. Well, Debbie got paranoid. She said she ain't going no farther. She's scared. And I said, stay right there with Mike. Mike got a gun on him. You're safe. I'll go up. Well, I go up 90 to 100 paces and I knelt down. Debbie had this little scope. So I started adjusting the scope, and out of the corner of my right eye is I saw a little movement. And I'm like, huh? And I turned and looked, and there it was. It was knelt down, leaning in, looking at me. And all I could think of was, oh, I'm going to shit myself. And, I'm laughing now, but I was in pure scare mode.
Yeah.
And Mary has seen me go running through the woods looking at stuff. I wasn't afraid of nothing. I got scared and I stood up. Then it stood up. And all I can think of is, I'm dead. I start running backwards. And let me tell you, I was 62 years old. That's over 4 years ago, this past August.
Yeah.
At 62 years old at the time, I ran pretty damn fast backwards without falling down and not watching where I was going. I got back close to Debbie and Mike, and I'm yelling because, it's dusk. It's a little darker right inside the wood line. And when I start running backwards, I saw it turn and start going down through the woods down over the hill. And I'm yelling for lights. I got a light on top of my hat. I didn't even think to turn it on. Mike finally realized what I was saying. He had that spotlight of his. He shined it that way. Mm-hmm. And excuse the French people, but Mike, I go, you see it? And I'm all jumpy, nervous, scared. And I said, you see it? And he goes, I saw Bigfoot's ass. What?
Yep.
Well, that brought me down a couple of octaves, let me tell you, because it's like totally blew my mind. He goes, yeah, I was going down over the hill. I saw the backside. I'm looking at him in disbelief. I said, but you saw. He says, I just told you I did. Come on, let's follow it. No. No. I'm going back to camp.
Yeah.
Of course, Debbie was scared, but she was looking to the left, so she didn't get to see it because she's worried about what was down over the hill on the left. I'm going back to camp. Debbie said, I'm going too. So Mike, and that's when we went right up to Mary. Debbie says, got to tell Mary. Of course I'm going to tell Mary.
Yes.
And that's what happened. So to get a better picture of what I saw, it was dark brown hair, darker brown skin, the big eyebrow ridge. Mm-hmm. The eyes were dark. I did not look directly in the eyes. we went back down the next day, me and 5 guys. You notice I didn't go by myself.
Yeah.
And I measured up the tree. It was around 7 foot tall.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm ready to poop myself again. But yeah, that really put a scare in me.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
thanks
knew
to
it.
Mary and Kumbo Baker, she had him call me
Mm-hmm.
personally. And I did not know he was going to call me. Mary never even told me. She gave him my phone number and had him call me to talk to me because she knew how I was ready to give up going into the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah. I could tell because
uh,
you were not afraid of anything.
mhm.
And I knew that you needed to talk to somebody. You know, you talked to me about it.
Yep,
I figured it'd be best if you spoke with Kumbo.
yep. And that's what I did. And I listened to what Kumbo had to say, and he kind of kicked my ass back into the woods. And I'm glad he did. Uh, Melvin, I believe that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Hi, Sarah. And to top it all off, we're getting a little off track here from what
Yeah.
we really want to do. I had a camp out at Salt Fork. Fred showed up. He was having a problem walking that day.
Yeah.
He had his cane. He decided, I want to go see where you had your sighting. Fred, there's a 3 foot around tree blocking the trail. I don't care. We had to help his ass over that log. Get him up over, and he had to get right up next to that tree, look around, look around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was over a year later.
Yeah.
I think a year and a half later, but he had to inspect that whole little area
Mm-hmm.
because that's the way he did things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he
Uh,
was a detective and investigator for MUFON for I don't know how many years, and Bigfoot investigations for God knows, and ghost paranormal investigations for God knows how many years. But the man knew what he was doing. So
yes.
a year later, it's great that he did that.
Yeah, and it's like he had to get right in there, and he was having problems walking that day.
Yeah.
And but he didn't care. He's going. And that's Fred. He's going to go,
Yes.
no matter what.
Yep.
And he, as we're coming back out of there, we all had to help him back up over the log and that. And coming out, and he said, Bill, that's a pretty damn good sighting you had. Thanks, Fred. I still don't think it was that good because it scared the crap out of me. You know, with all honesty, that's the first time I ever got scared.
Yeah.
You're right, Sarah. Fred has taught you so much.
Yeah. All of us. Yeah. Yeah. We all miss him.
And Sarah was his right hand for years.
Yeah.
Her and Chuck.
Yep.
And they're awesome people.
They really are beautiful couple.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had him on my podcast. Well, he was having problems getting on. Technology and him did not get along too well.
No.
He kept trying. So we did it over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Then he realized, what was that old where you had to use dial up to get on?
Oh.
It was one of those platforms he was using.
AOL.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think, way back when Kumbo, I spoke with Kumbo the other day, and he said that he had talked with Fred way, way back, like 20 some years ago, back whenever there was a forum online called Pal Talk that all the Bigfooters would go on. And that's where he first met Fred.
Oh, wow.
And he said that he kind of misunderstood or didn't quite get Fred at the beginning. He thought that he was not a nice guy. But he said the more that he listened to him talk, he realized, what Fred was about, that it's, he's blunt, he's very to the point, but the man knows what he's talking about, and he'll dig down, he'll keep digging till he gets to the truth, and he'll pin you down until he gets to the truth. So, Kumbo said he respected that, and he was happy to finally get back in contact with him this past year, and caught up with him again.
Fred passed on December 3rd. By December 6th, there was 1,000 different memorial comments for him.
Yeah.
From different people.
Yeah.
And some people was like, wow, I didn't even know he talked to them. And one of the ones was from Canada. The guy invited Fred up there over a year ago to be up there to investigate.
Yeah.
Fred called me from up there, telling me how it is up there and everything. And he's enjoying this.
Yeah.
He says, but they're allowed to grow their own pot plants here. He said, they've got a nice 2 bushes out front, trimmed nice. Oh my God. But then it's like, wow, this is crazy. But the man treated Fred like royalty, and that, and because him and Fred hit it off great. He said, at first I thought he was a little rough, but I tell you what, he became a real good friend real quick. And Fred wanted to go back up, but then all this happened. So I know Fred would have been back up there next year.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed. Not for the pot plants, though.
Who knows?
Well, yeah, but he really enjoyed his time up there, and he called me the night he got back. Says, I'll call you tomorrow, fill you in on everything. I'm just letting you know I'm back. Okay, you could have done that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's him. And that's he.
Yeah, Fred was something else. He had problems walking. He walked with a cane, but he would still go out and go hiking, down trails, and is still, keep going, out in the woods and off trail. And he had fallen down quite a few times, and people would have to help him, get back up again and get back on the trail. But finally it came to
Sarah's out there. She could attest to that one.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, and that he wouldn't stop.
No, he wouldn't.
He had COPD, and it didn't stop him.
Yeah.
He might spin a little bit slower, but he still went out there and did it. And how can you not respect a man for that? Yeah. Of course, there's people that did not like Fred because of the way he talked and the way he'd call you out on stuff.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Yeah.
I grew up with old guys like him, and I love it because they'll get to the bottom of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about them. And I'm going to miss that about them. And I'm going to miss those talks we had.
Yeah.
And
me too.
Yeah. And I had him do an investigation up in Jamestown for me because there's too much crazy shit going on up there. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just cryptid or UFO, it had a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
there was time he fell out in the woods and I had to help pick him up with 2 fractured ribs. That was a trip. I bet it was, Sarah. Yeah, he didn't care. He was still going out.
Yeah.
Well,
Going.
he fell at home and punctured a lung. But
Mm.
he was ticked off because he had to stay in the hospital because he was committed to a conference. Plus, he wanted to go investigate this one place.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. And he was, I'm stuck in the hospital. Well, get better, man. We don't want you to die in the woods.
No.
I'd be happy.
No, he had never seen a Bigfoot.
Mm-mm.
Never seen one. And I wanted so badly, to help him, finally see one.
Yep.
And just didn't happen, unfortunately.
I bet you he's seeing one now.
Yep. Fred was big on UFOs. That's right, Melvin.
Yep. 110%.
Yeah.
And he, all right, in the Bigfoot world, and even Fred would tell you this one, we got 3 different communities: the flesh and blood,
Mm-hmm.
interdimensional, and alien. And everyone asked me, what do I believe mine was? I believe it was flesh and blood. But do you think it'd be paranormal, interdimensional stuff? I can't say. I didn't see it jump through a portal. Okay. I can't. Did I see it say, beam me up, Scotty? No intelligent life force down here. No, I did not see that. I believe mine was flesh and blood. Do I think it could jump through a portal? It's possible. I ain't saying it can't, because no one can prove different. Different people said they've been abducted. They've seen a Bigfoot up in a spaceship, or a UFO and a Bigfoot is seen in the same general area. Up in Mercer area, I did an investigation. A set of trackways going through these people's backyards. The tree line, 75 yards to the left. 50 yards to the right is the house. No trees in between. The tracks just stopped. And you're inspecting these tracks in 8 inches of snow. You can tell if it backtracked, it'd tear up some of their own tracks.
Yeah.
It did not. Where did it go? Yeah, I don't believe it jumped 75 yards to the tree line or 50 yards to go. People still at home and that snow on the roofs didn't get messed up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't say one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always the possibility. We don't know. And, whenever you run into circumstances like that, it's, I always say, well, they can jump, they can leap a pretty good distance, 30, 35 feet, something like that at the most is what I've seen. But 75 feet, I don't think so.
75 yards.
Yards, okay. Whew. Yeah.
That bionic Bigfoot. I don't know.
Patty, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I took 3 different reports of the same UFO here in Sharon, and I turned it in. I kind of screwed up, and Fred yelled at me. I turned it in as all as one. because it was the same sighting but different areas. So I don't know. It's Fred yelled at me for it. Then one of the top MUFON guys from Texas called me, and I straightened it out with him. And then I called Fred and told him. He says, "Good." He says, "Because I was going to jump on your case the next time I seen you. I was going to do it in person instead of the phone." I went, "Oh shit." Okay, sir. It's taken care of. Don't yell at me no more. I got feelings, you know. But yeah, he was a stickler about documenting everything.
Oh yeah.
And he was mad at a couple researchers. He liked them, but he was mad at them for not sharing some of the information.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly. Yes.
And you believe me, he said stuff to them too.
Yeah.
But he still liked them, but he don't believe in not sharing information.
Yeah.
How are we going to figure this all out? I mean, he's right, you know. Yeah. And I always believed in sharing whatever we find. You know, if we're in some other researcher's area that he researches all the time, and you find something, you get a hold of that researcher, share it with them.
Yeah.
Say, "This is what I found. This is what they told me. Here's this, and this." And I would tell the people that were telling me this, "Well, this is so-and-so's research area. Would you want them to contact you? Or if not, that's fine. I'm taking this report, but it's on you, what you want." And some of them were fine with it. The other ones didn't want everyone to come talking to them, which I can understand too. But you still share some.
Oh, you do. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to learn anything, unless you share it, because every single little tidbit is a piece of data.
Yes.
That is important, to the knowledge, and it's a clue to something else.
I got something here I got to grab. But yeah, and the thing is, if you don't share, how are we going to learn?
Yeah.
You don't have to share the exact location. You can say Mercer County.
Yeah.
Lawrence County. You don't have to say 525 Lorraine Street, Sharon.
Yep.
Come on. But anyhow, this one's going out to Patty Frey. I know she's out there. I got to do this.
Oh my goodness. You got one of those. Oh.
2.
You got 2.
I got 2.
Holy crap. Oh man, I'm jealous.
Michael, he was a very salty guy.
Yes. Yes. He was. And language was very salty. But it was truthful and it was blunt. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Don Cabela's. Somebody was saying something. He said something right back real quick, and I lost. What the heck was that? Oh, that was a fun day down there. Yeah. But the thing is, he did not care if it hurt your feelings if he felt you were wrong.
Yeah.
And truth put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so some people did not like him for that.
Yeah.
And a lot of other ones just respected the hell out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And that is proven with all the writing all over Facebook about it.
Yes.
Mary and I both are planning a little thing January 31st for Fred. It's going to be at Ryder's Restaurant in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, 936 Route 18, New Wilmington.
And that's at what, 3:00?
3:00. And I'm from Sharon, PA, Melvin. The thing is that everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome to come and speak, talk about Fred. That's what it's about. It's in honor of him and the memory of him.
Yeah.
And, we're doing it on a Saturday, 3, because more people can come.
Yeah.
More distance to get there or whatever. And it's a Saturday. Not a lot of people work Saturdays. And we was going to do it on a Thursday evening, but we only would have had the restaurant for a couple hours.
Yeah.
So I expect a nice group of people. So it's going to take more than 2 hours.
Yeah, and I think that more people will be able to make it since it will be on a Saturday. And of course, this will be in honor, of Fred, and we will have a donation box, and that will go to his daughter Leah to help offset the funeral expenses, because there's still another $1,000, about $1,100 yet from what I see. She has a GoFundMe, and I was just looking at it earlier.
I was looking yesterday, and I knew it was still up over 1,000. I was thinking it's closer to 2, but no matter what, we gotta help her.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of Leah. I really am.
Yeah.
That girl, sat there and by his bedside from the time he went. The commitment of this guy. I got to say this real quick before I go on about this. The commitment of this guy. His daughter Tara passed away the week of my one event. And he already told me he's going to be there. Well, I knew he wasn't going to come. His daughter just died and all. Who come walking through the door but Fred, because he committed to be there. And he says, there's nothing I can do. She's gone, so here I am. And that broke my heart, because you can tell he was hurting on that.
Yeah.
He was at this roundtable event with Christine Soltis, and he said, I'm going to be there. He was sicker than a dog with this stuff.
Yeah.
And he still went and participated. And everyone says, you should go to the hospital. Well, he went straight to the VA hospital there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then they transferred him to Shady Side the very next day.
Yeah.
When they got a bed for him. And that's where he stayed. Stayed right with him. She held his hand while he was still able to talk and was lucid. They joked, they laughed, they cried. But she stayed right by his side.
Yeah.
And God bless her. And now the reality of it all is setting in, this poor lady.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for her.
I know. She posted the other day how she misses talking to him, and and you can feel for her. There's times whenever I want to pick up the phone and talk with my dad or another.
My mom, same thing, and she's been gone since 96. Michael, you're so right. That is becoming a rare breed. And he kind of instilled that into me too. Mary with me. I almost died because of pneumonia because I was committed to talk up there. And I
Yeah.
stayed my whole commitment when I should have left and went to the hospital. And I did.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, Michael, you're right. He was a man of his word. Whenever he said that he was going to do something, he
he
did.
did it. He did it.
Yeah.
There ain't a doubt in my mind. If he says he's going to do it, he's doing it.
Yeah.
There's no talking him out of it either.
Mm-mm.
A couple times I said, Fred, you sure you want to go do that now? And the weather is getting, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't saying nothing. It's a shame you didn't, Patty.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, you would have loved that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame. But I had the honor of knowing them and became friends with them, and I really, really is grateful for the friendship.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
And I can kind of thank Mary for that too. Yeah, you. You did introduce me to a lot of the people out there. You really did.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that too, believe me.
You're welcome.
But we have met some really, really great people.
Yes.
Some really, really idiots.
Yes.
And I'm being nice saying that.
But the one thing you could count on with Fred, I knew that I could go to him anytime and get his opinion on different people that I would see and meet, but I wasn't quite sure if they were someone that I should trust or what was their character. And he would guide me straight with them.
Yes.
He would let me know, and I could form my own opinion, but he was 100% correct all the time. He knew. He could read people.
That's the cop in him.
Yeah.
And the investigator. Yeah. Yep. And he can too. And and that's the thing. He became friends with a lot of people out there, and he didn't do it for the notoriety.
No. No.
He didn't do it for making money. And he told me, don't expect to make any money in this. I says, I'm not. I just want to find out.
Yeah, you're not going to.
One of the most expensive hobbies I ever had.
Yes. Yep.
But he did it so he can figure this stuff out. That's the researcher and investigator in him. He wanted to figure it out, and don't give me no BS on it.
Yep. He would guide you. He would guide you right. Tell you straight out, what such and such person was like, or what was. He even knew what was going on with them in their lives, and and say,
And he didn't associate with them.
No. Yeah. Sometimes he would, just for a matter of, I don't know, either expediency or else a matter of keep your, what's that saying? Keep your friends
close, but your enemies closer.
Yes. Yeah, I think part of it was that also.
Yes.
Although there were certain people who were enemies that they weren't.
They're not allowed close. They weren't allowed to be close.
No. And yeah, he would tell me about certain people, and I would happen to be booked at a same conference or whatever as them, and I would quite frankly turn down the booking just out of respect for Fred, because I had wanted no parts of this other person.
Well, I went to this one event, but I got his permission first because I was invited to go, not to speak, but to vent. And he says, go for it. You know, you're going to make money off of them. Do it. And he says, I don't care. He says, you start following them, then you and me's going to have words. I says,
Yeah.
Fred, you know me by now. He says, yes, I do. That's why I said I don't care. Or I'd be bitching at you left and right. That's my man. That's my man. Yes, Dad. Yeah, so, you know, seriously, folks, if you ever come across a person like Fred, keep them close.
Yes.
Keep them close. You know, and I think it was Michael or somebody said, you know, it's getting rarer and rarer to find someone like Fred out there. And it's the truth.
Yeah, really it is. You know, what I should have done and what I missed, Fred wrote 2 books, and they are both on Amazon, as far as I know. Let me take a real quick look. And if I get a chance to, I'll put the links to both of them in the description.
Well, Leah is supposed to have some, and they might be signed.
Okay.
And,
oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and I told her, let us know for sure, because we will take and sell them and give her all the money.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'll have them PayPal or whatever. I don't care, as long as she gets the money. And Sarah and Chuck Knight are putting on the Patsy Home and Bigfoot days now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be in honor of Fred. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, we all need to help her out that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she was able to get any more signed, but there should have been some he had there. She's hoping at least. But, you know, any of that money, it will go to her to help with the funeral, help with her expenses, and, you know, anything we can do to help her. Oh, that's sweet. I'm having a shirt made up like the post I made, Sarah. I will be wearing it at Patsy and a few other events.
Okay, I just added a link to one of his books onto the chat. And I'll grab the other one. But I'll put the links to both of these in the description box also. Come on. Yeesh. Stubborn. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, so there's the links to.
Yes, Patty, I do. What the Fred design.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Jamie King came up with one, and Jenny's the one that goes, "What the Fred?" Because all of Fred's mannerisms.
Yes.
Oh, geez, he had so many.
If I would have been able to video or write down all of his sayings, it's just.
Yeah, Brian Cates got that post up for people, and I'll be damned if I can remember any of them.
Yeah.
When I try to remember, I can't.
Yeah, I can't remember them.
He
was so quick. Yeah, he was an Italian, an old Italian guy, Polish Italian. I can't remember
Yep.
how he described himself.
Yep. And
Stubborn Italian.
yeah, he.
Oh, okay. Awesome, Sarah.
Yeah, that was it too. What the frick?
Yeah.
And that's the one that always stuck out too after
Yep.
Jamie and Jenny did that. And and believe me, I've used it on them several times. Jeez. Yeah, that was interesting. I think they did that to him down at Patsy Elm.
Yeah.
They did a lot of hikes. The camping, not so much that I know of,
No.
but his group did a lot of hikes and investigations together. Him and Danny was together a lot.
Yeah.
Now, me and Danny was here. And every time I see Danny, oh, you got to see these new pictures I got. Right, said, I'll see you guys in a while. He got a lot. But yeah, those guys were something together.
Yeah, Fred really he camped back in the day, and he talked about getting a tent with a cot or one of those cot tents where it's already raised up. But I don't think he was able to get one. And as far as I know, he didn't. Jerry, yeah, Old Line Cryptids, yes, there are for my channel and for Bill's channel also.
Yes. Now, Sarah, he did tell me Danny is sick too now, and that's a shame.
Oh.
Yeah, Danny was sick before Fred actually got sick. And that those two guys together was a trip. And they picked on each other. Constant. At events, they're sitting together, they're picking on each other.
Yep.
Always got something smart to say about one or the other.
I know, they were funny.
But they were the best of friends.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jeff, I wish that you guys would have been able to talk with Fred also, and you had him on your show, but just didn't happen, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and Danny went down to Salt Fork several times, not just Bigfoot, but some paranormal UFO stuff.
Oh, they were both diagnosed around the same time after they had their missing time episode.
Yeah, that missing time episode was this summer. Yeah. And they don't know whatever happened there. But trying to think, because he was telling me before he actually got sick that how Danny was really sick. And I'm like, wow. And I was thinking it was the missing time, because they had missing time there at the Salt Fork.
Yeah, things like that make you wonder, and then they were both diagnosed, afterwards. Kind of makes you wonder.
Yes, and I think it was close to Hozak Cave area.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can't. Sarah, was it near Hosat Cave? Do you remember? Because that was something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, because all kind of weird stuff happens down around Hosat,
Yeah.
and I did tell people that that's
Yeah.
just
That's a good area, if also in Salt Fork, if you want to possibly see a Bigfoot, to hang around that area. It's just that area. It's a little bit more on the um, possibly paranormal, weird things going on in that area. Just really weird. I pretty much I went in. I went there one time, and that was enough for me.
yeah. And you and me have been all over that park together.
Yeah.
And yeah. Mike Nations, yeah, you're only that close to it, so you know. Um, and and it's not just the park that got the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of woods outside that park.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they went there, and they were. And when he called and told me about the 3 hour missing, and it's like, okay, did you guys fall asleep? No, we didn't fall asleep.
Well, Michael, and I'm going to go by what I've read, and this is from government and health websites. The information is gleaned from that on both, and it's from both EMF and from infrasound.
Yep.
Long-term exposure to infrasound, what they call getting zapped, that's infrasound. Long-term contact or exposure to it can cause health issues, including cancer.
Now, I've been zapped with infrasound twice. Mary knows of the second time it happened because Debbie got on the phone with you right away.
Yes.
The first time, I'm headed south on this mountaintop bear hunting. I ended up west, 3/4 of a mile away, and I don't even know how I got there. You know, I was totally disoriented. I'm looking around, groggy, weak-kneed, wondering where in the hell I'm at. And I know if I was headed south, I should be hearing the river down off the mountain or a train going by. I heard nothing, not a sound. Finally, another hunter come walking up. I asked him, "Where's Bear Cave Cabin at?" 3/4 of a mile back that way. Wow, I did get turned around, and I got the hell out of there. Went home and went to bed because I was still weak. I was still sick, feeling. So, but they got nailed for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I can believe that's all from that.
Yeah.
If that was actually infrasound that did that to them, or was it the spaceship behind me?
Yeah. Or was it something from in their past from some other experience, totally related? Fred was a veteran. Who knows? I don't know where all he served and what all he experienced, in the military.
All I do know is that he went downhill quick.
Yeah, he did. Very, very, very fast.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, Patty.
That's right.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was crazy. And I was sleeping in it. It's like, holy cow. But yeah, Patty, I talk about that a lot too, Patty. You having that thermal on it. And so, yeah, Patty could not sleep that night.
I
She,
don't think Patty sleeps at all whenever she can. Well, during the day.
uh, she's out, she shining lights every which way all night long.
That and whipping her machete around, you know.
We still love you, Patty.
We
Uh,
do.
but that's the thing. If she wasn't up, none of us would have known.
No, no.
If she got it, that, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, that Michael, you're right. And I was, it was like, what? I couldn't believe it because I'm usually very good in the woods, very good. I know my general way around in the woods, no matter if I've been there or not. I can figure my way back out. I did not know where I was at. I've been in the woods since I was 12 years old. And so I can figure my way out. It's just, you got to stop and use a little common sense. Well, my brain was too scattered to use common sense because I was totally confused. And the second time I got zapped, that's when me and Debbie was at the one research area the three of us were going to, the farm, as we call it.
Yeah.
And she wasn't close to me. She was off to a little bit from me, but all of a sudden, I just got zapped. Well, yeah, Patty, because you had me all worked up, acting very strange. After the SOB was checking out me and my sleeping. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I don't swing that way. I'll stick with my wife, not Bigfoot. But yeah, but no, seriously. So I was totally baffled, and it took me years to figure out. Well, once we start figuring out the second time I got hit, now I start thinking and talking to people, and he says, "Sound like infrasound again."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you were one of the ones that even said that, and
yeah, it affects you, different people in different ways, and it can affect you different ways each time. You
yep,
know,
yes,
it's
and that's the truth, and it did affect me two different ways.
mm-hmm.
I had to sit down. I was really lightheaded. I was sick. I had no strength in my legs, and all Mary said to Debbie was, "Get him the hell out of there."
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Get out of there. Yeah, they don't want you there. Just get out of there.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that area was it was interesting. I wish I would have been able to get back in there again, but unfortunately, um,
We haven't been able to. Debbie asked a couple different times about going there,
yeah.
and let me know, and then she didn't get back to me
Oh,
because she ended up sleeping because she's on that steady midnight. And
yeah.
Mike, I kind of agree with you. I think they can. How hard they hit you.
Yeah, I think
I think you're right. And how can I put it how Fred put it? They can do whatever damn thing they want to do.
yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
but yeah, that's The infrasound, yeah, I believe that could have done that to him.
Yeah.
Him and
Yeah,
Danny.
Fred was a firm believer in the UFO and Bigfoot connection, which I was kind of iffy on. But then I kept telling him, you never know. I honestly didn't believe so, but hey, who knows? We don't know. I've never seen it.
You
But
don't have to agree with it, but you
no,
got to keep an open mind.
you absolutely do.
Keep an open mind. You know,
Yeah.
I like a skeptic. I do. Before I was,
Mhm.
oh, come on, quit being a skeptic. You got to either believe or you don't believe.
Yeah.
But no, a skeptic, they will study it harder than someone that believes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Fred and I, we did quite a few round tables, um, sometimes just the two of us. And he, of course, was in the paranormal Bigfoot, what they call woo camp. And I would take the complete opposite side where Bigfoot was flesh and blood, and no question and so on. But then I kept telling Fred, I said, I am a bit more open-minded than that. It was just for the round tables that I would take that stance, because sometimes it would just be me and him, and other times there would be someone who who was kind of in between.
yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But we run into ones that are in between and they get kind of wishy washy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a firm believer that they are flesh and blood, but I'm a firm believer that I can be 110% wrong. Uh, and who knows? After all these years, 60 years of since the P&G, that we still don't know much.
No, we don't. I've experienced orbs. I've experienced, different things. I've seen Bigfoot. I have not seen Bigfoot and orbs or Bigfoot and UFOs together. So I cannot say whether or not they are connected. But I say you never know.
Well,
There's always a possibility.
Jay Fouch got a picture, video, orbs and a Bigfoot together.
Okay.
Yeah, he did, and it's like, okay, that kind of helps. Um, that kind of helps, but is this a
Thank you, Mark.
is this uh, do all of them do this, or does just a certain uh, nationality, let's say, of them
Mhm.
can do it? Um, or is it some kind of light energy that they're projecting, or is it a light energy that from some kind of friction thing they put off? We don't know nothing on these.
No.
And Brian and Terry Seach is doing the light anomaly research,
Yes.
and hopefully they get more information for all of us.
I hope so. And for those who don't know, well, I've had Brian on the show before, and he explained a little bit more as to what the light anomaly investigation is. That's orbs. It's just another name for orbs. But if you've seen an orb or orbs, plural, um, you send your report to Brian Seach, and he'll take it down, and it'll be part of his research.
Yes, and And believe me, he he has one hell of a Seach files.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
have you been getting anything from your parabolic, Patty? uh, when you had it out the window? Have you been picking up anything from it? You know, she used to listen every night. I kind of felt sorry for her husband.
Yeah, Patty is a night owl.
Yes.
She'll spend half the night up, listening out the window with her parabolic, and she'll hear different things. And we had gone up there to her place
Yep.
and did an investigation. And I think there were some footprints found, or
Across the road.
possible.
Across the road.
Possible, yeah,
Yep.
across the road, possible footprint.
And a couple structures.
Yeah, there were some structures. There was a possible ground blind built. It was an interesting area.
Robert, you're probably right. And that's what I was getting at. That it's very possible.
Well, Robert, zapping, is just another name for infrasound, and there are other animals who will put out infrasound in order to achieve different, different end games. But
Elephants, tigers,
yeah,
whales.
quails, they'll turkeys.
Yeah.
With their drumming, they'll put out infrasound, and lions or is it tigers? I think it is. They'll put out infrasound to stun prey. Elephants put it out. Whales, more like sonar. That is.
Mm-hmm.
It's communication, but they achieve different objectives. By putting it out.
Yes. And that's
Well, good night,
we,
sir.
we're going to here shortly. I got to go down and help give vets their night meds and everything. But yeah, that's with the infrasound and that, it can achieve so many different things. And yes, it's possible. Like I was saying, we don't know if they all can do it or just some. Putting off the orbs. We don't know crap.
No, we don't.
I admit it. Hopefully, that's going to be in my second book. We don't know crap. My first book will be out after the first of the year.
Looking forward to it.
And that's my experience of Salt Fork and before and a little after. It's going to be interesting to get that out. It took me almost 2 years to write it.
Yeah.
I took it to the proofreaders, and they all had heart attacks on it. I ain't the greatest writer, I'll tell you that.
But yeah, there's going to be 3 different events next year to honor Fred Saluga. There will be hours in January. That's the 30th or is it
31st?
31st. And that's 31st at 3 p.m. at Riders. That's RYDERS restaurant. and that's New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. And then there will be Brian and Terry Seach. They're going to put on something. They don't have a date or a venue yet.
And
That
they're
will,
waiting until spring or
yeah, sometime in the
yeah,
spring.
yeah.
And then the Fayette County, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Research Organization is putting on the Fred
That's it, homie.
Saluga Memorial Bigfoot Festival, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think they really have a name yet, but that will be held at the Patsy Hillman Park in Hiller, Pennsylvania. And that is, okay, I think that's May 30th. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, May 30th.
Yeah,
That'll be all day. That's a Saturday. That'll be all day. Like from 10 a.m. until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But there'll be speakers and vendors. It's an outdoor venue. You know, some vendors will be inside, some will be outside. But it's a nice
Right.
little park.
There will be food there.
Yes.
The park supplies the food that you can buy. It's a nice little park. It really
It is.
is.
Yeah.
I spoke there 2 times, 3 times now.
Yep.
And it's a nice little park. They got a nice venue going on there.
Yeah.
And Fred and Bob Schultz worked on getting that, and they've had it for 6 years, 7 years now.
Oh, at least that long. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were still planning on doing it again, and so now it's a memorial for Fred.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now Sarah is working on it, and well, I'm hoping that Sarah will be able to get the help in order to keep putting it on, to honor Fred year after year.
right.
I hope so. I hope that she's able to get the help.
Because putting on an event's a lot of work. I can
It is.
attest to that.
Yeah, it is.
And they definitely need the help.
Yeah.
And, his West Virginia unexplained event group, that part of his thing when he said he dies, he wants that to be deleted. And that's being deleted. But the Fayette County Bigfoot Project is still going strong.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that group, they have monthly meetings, although they'll be, I think they already had their last meeting for December for the winter, and they'll start up again sometime in the spring.
Yep.
Early spring.
And one other thing I'm going to say is drink more Dr. Pepper.
Or vitamin water.
I do have a podcast for the ones that don't really know me. It's called Agents of the Unexplained. And believe me, if they don't see me drinking a Dr. Pepper on my podcast, people start questioning, is it really you? But no, but before I jump out of here, because I do have to go.
Yeah.
I got the Facebook group, Agents of the Unexplained, YouTube. I do the podcast, Agents of the Unexplained. You're all welcome. Come check it out. I took the end of summer till January off to help take care of my wife. She had a mini stroke, so I was putting a lot of time in helping her. And so
First for best.
Thank you. And she's doing so much better. She is. It's still a long road to go, but she's doing better. But the podcast will be back next month, and we're going to have some fun with it because it's a new format on that too.
Okay, good.
But thank you all for coming and hearing us talk about Fred. He was a great man. He really was. And I can't say enough about him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melvin. And Melvin, before I go anywhere, you said you, your sergeant was from Sharon. Can you tell me his name? Because I might know. I hang out with a bunch of vets. We usually go up to Eaton Park, right after the lunch rush. We go up and sit in BS. I haven't been able to because of my grandkids lately, but yeah, me and the guys, we sit up there and BS about everything in the sun. Oh, it's been too long. Okay, I understand that.
Well, Melvin, if you remember, you can message Bill, or else I'll put you in contact with Bill.
Yes, please do. Because there was those guys. Oh, some of the stories, and it's not war stories either. But all right. Hey, thank you, everybody. Mary, thank you. It's been a pleasure being here.
Thank you for coming on, Bill. I do appreciate it.
And I appreciate you having me. Tell your husband we said hello.
I will do that, and you can tell Beth I said hi.
And I'll be down for the massage chair soon.
If I can get Lou out of it.
Yeah.
He's always in that massage chair. Oh my.
Oh, he put me in there, and it's like, oh my God, I don't want to get out.
It helps. It helps very much. I know.
Yes. Yes, it does. But anyhow, God bless everybody. I gotta go.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Mary.
All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I just want to end this by asking you to please keep Leia Saluga in your prayers. That's Fred's daughter. She is, of course, she's in pain. She's grieving, and she misses her daddy. And we can all sympathize with that. But I do thank you so much for joining us, and I apologize for the past couple weeks that I haven't been on. Life has been busy, and just different things going on. And I think the next episode I may catch you guys up on what's going on, and there were things that I wanted to do and just wasn't able to do. I wanted to do some raffles, and it just hasn't happened. Life kind of threw us a curveball, and but if by any chance I don't see you, I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, and God bless. Say your prayers every single night. Oh, thank you, Melvin. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you, Patty. All right. Thanks, everyone. God bless. And Monkey Wench out.